Well, hello, fellow cruisers. This is Rick. Hey, how's it going? Hey, just wanted to give people a heads up. We took our first cruise ever on the Carnival Cruise Line's Imagination. We did the 4-day cruise from Long Beach to Catalina Island, and then from Catalina Island to Ensenada and back. Thought I'd make this video just to give people a little bit of insight. I've watched about every video out there, and I'm sure that all of you have done the same thing. I'd highly recommend that. Some points of interest I would say is faster to the fun. This is something that Carnival offers. You pay a little bit extra. We paid $50 per stateroom, and it changes on the length of your trip, but I highly recommend it. It allows you to get on the ship and off the ship a whole lot quicker with less hassles. So definitely look into faster to the fun. On embarkation day was great. We showed up, we dropped off our bags, we parked right into the parking structure they have right there in Long Beach, which was no hassles. We checked in. We had early check-in because of faster to the fun, which really was nice because from the time we got there and from the time we were on the ship was less than 30 minutes. So I highly recommend that. Most important thing is have all your paperwork ready, your disembark paperwork, your boarding passes, your passports, and of course your California state identification or United States identification card. Once you get on there, it's time to vacation. Okay, we went straight up to Lido deck where everything happens, so you do all your check-ins and stuff, and we went right to the buffet. Well, that's what everyone does because a lot of times the rooms aren't ready yet. So ours weren't actually ready at that moment either. So we enjoyed the Lido deck. Lido deck is where all the food's at and a lot of stuff happens right there. Okay, after that and all the commotion of that, they had a great onboard sail away party. I highly recommend for everyone. It was fun. We sailed off to Catalina. Catalina was nice. We got to the next morning. We took a ferry or a shuttle, whatever you want to call it, from the ship to Catalina. I'd recommend the golf cart tour just because we're only there for a few hours. We took it. We went up and around the outside and on top of the island. So we made it in about 1 hour. So if you want to just see all that and not just blow all your money on the shops, which are very expensive, I'd highly recommend that, especially with the family. Okay, we get back on the ferry, which I think goes every 10 to 15 minutes from shore to the boat. And so you can get on and off as many times as you want. Okay, now we're back on the ship. This will be the second day. That's considered, at least on this ship, was the formal day, where everyone was expected to dress up for dinner. You know, no sandals, no shorts, stuff like that. It was fun. I would say that the food, I wouldn't say it was the best. You had a lot of choices, but in my opinion, there was a lot of lukewarm food, not the greatest food. So as far as food goes, the choices were great, but from 1 out of 10, I may give it a 6 or a 7. After the second day, you just start thinking, okay, it's the same thing over and over and over again. Guy's Burger was great, but again, it all depends on what you put on it. You kind of get overwhelmed by having hamburger every time. Again, food was good, not too bad, but like I said, I give it about a 7. Okay, we had an inside stateroom. Inside stateroom I really enjoyed because I deal with motion sickness. And every time I looked at the ocean out a window or anything, I could see and I could feel myself getting sick. The motion of the boat was not too bad. It didn't bother me too much. I used a Dramamine and every day, so that seemed to help. But the inside staterooms were nice and dark and quiet. Air conditioning worked great. We had a little bit issue with our shower the first day. We didn't have any hot water. But made one quick phone call down to guest services. They had that thing fixed really quick. So I was really happy with that. The shows. If you don't do the shows, you're going to be missing probably the most important part of the ship. Or the cruise. They're just awesome. You have to do the shows. And I highly recommend participate. We participated in the first show of the cruise, my wife and I. It was kind of like marriage thing and, you know, newlywed and then, you know, people that have been wed for a while. And because we participated, we had VIP seats for the whole cruise. with a bottle of wine, a bottle of champagne, lanyard. I mean, it was phenomenal, and it was all free for just participating. I brought my kids with us. They're 20 years old and 24, and they had a good time. I talked to them. They said some of the night shows, the comedy shows, they really enjoyed, the karaoke. So there's so much to do once you get on the ship. You won't be bored. There's plenty of stuff to do. Definitely watch all the videos for the ins and outs and the tips and tricks. Okay, the final day, debarkation day. They will tell you when to debark. We had Faster the Fun again, which was nice. We were able to get off some of the first people in the morning. That was really nice. Again, if you buy any alcohol or anything, you will have to check that in and get that. But going through customs, it was really fast. I thought they were going to check every bag and everything, but they didn't. So we had our passports. We were off the ship within 15 minutes from the time we started getting off the ship. They did call us. The ship wasn't ready for everyone to get off. We waited about 40 minutes. But other than that, we were on our way home. So for our first cruise ever, I was really happy, and I think it went really well. I highly recommend Carnival Cruise Lines, at least the Imagination. I don't have anything other to compare it to, but it was good. Thank you for watching, and hopefully I can make many more videos of cruising. Thanks.